Hi there, this is John Keirstead from Arctic Spas Vancouver Island. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about how to operate a Classic Series Arctic Spa. This particular spa is the Totem. It's got the Classic Series topside. The series that we use, these are Gecko controls. This particular topside is called the Inc. 500, K500. If I actually wanted to run this spa, you can see there's these numbers. That's the jet pumps. This has 2 pumps on it. I get both pumps going here. So that'd be normal. If I want to turn the light on, there's a light, turns the light on. Now this particular tub also has In Touch. So I'm going to show you the In Touch, which is the app after, but first I want to show you how the keypad works, okay? So that we can hear each other. I'm going to turn those off, and then I'm going to go. This symbol here is actually the mode, right? So which mode. So if I want to go in and I want to look at which mode, we're going to go down here, and the first thing I'm going to go to is keypad, because as you can see, this doesn't look right because it's inverted. Well, when you go into here, you can change from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I just toggle it, right? I can change English, I can change inverted. So that was what this was, is I inverted it. If I invert like that, it should turn it the other way, right? So now it's faced the other way. So if you're in the spa using this spa, you could use the controls. I'm going to turn this back. Okay, so there's this lock and unlock. So basically, why would someone want to lock or unlock their keypad? If you didn't want your kids to adjust the temperature or change stuff like that, you can lock this keypad. I generally don't show this to my customers very often because usually the kids have figured it out and the parents haven't. So it doesn't really serve the purpose that they want. But you can lock and unlock this keypad so that you can do a lock so that they can't change the temperature and stuff. But those are the differences here, right? If I want to, now that's set. If I want to go to lock or unlock, now it's locked. Full lock, partial lock, unlocked. Okay, so you can set that from there. Now that's set as unlocked. I can go back up to inverted. I'm keeping it this way. If I wanted to change my language, there's a number of different languages you can use. So if your preferred language is French or something like that, you could change it to there. If you wanted to change from Fahrenheit and Celsius, now it's in Celsius. If I want to go back, oh, actually I can just go like this. It's back to Fahrenheit. Now it's set into Fahrenheit. And that's how you use that. Now we'll go into the basic ones are easy. You got your pumps, the 2 pumps and the light. If we go into the mode, one of the modes here is called water care. And I already showed you in another video, I showed the Onsen, but in water care, if I initiate water care, basically this is, there are several different modes. Standard mode means that if you set your set point, in this case, I think we set this one for 100 because it's in the showroom here, and I'm going to get in this spa later, do a video on the Totem. There are energy saving modes here that you can use. So I can select this and I can move. Now if I go here and I select that, now it's in an energy saving mode. And basically what that does is if my set point is 100, it's going to change the set point for the peak hours of the day. And the peak hours by default are 6 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. in the evening. So that's going to set the peak hours, and it will stay at 20 degrees below set point. Now, that doesn't mean that the spa will chill down. There's no coolers and stuff on this. So generally the spas don't lose a lot of temperature. You may lose 3 or 4 degrees at that time, and then when it hits 6 p.m. your heater is going to kick on. A lot of these energy saving modes and stuff, I've done a lot of analysis, and I find they actually don't save that much money because they'll suspend filter cycles and they'll suspend that sort of thing. But that actually, with the way we insulate Arctic spas, when you're in a filter cycle, we're using that waste heat to heat the spa, and so that actually offsets a lot of the extra costs that you would have. And what I find is when you use these modes where you say don't come on during peak hours, what happens is the tub cools off, and as soon as the peak hour is over, it immediately turns the heater on. So you don't necessarily get the benefit of the heat lock as much because you've just gone and turned on that heater. So that's something to think about, but you do have these modes. The one mode that I do like is the away mode. So if I go back in here, now it's saying economy mode is active. If I go back in here, mode, water care, and I change this, they have one called the weekender, so that just means it will come on during that time, but they have one that's called away. I like away. Away just means if you're going on holidays or something like that, you can set it to the away mode, and that means it's always going to be in economy mode, which means if you're set, normally your temperature is 102, it's going to be 20 degrees below that, right? So you're going to be at 82. And that way you're not using nearly as much energy when you're not actually using the spa and you're not there. Yeah, that's the away mode. The mode that we want to keep it in most of the time is going to be this standard mode. So now I'm in standard mode. That means, and you saw it immediately kicked on because it's like, hey, wait a sec, I want to make sure that I'm heating, or if I'm in a filter mode, I'm going to do all the filtration modes that are available, and that's the setting for there. Now let's go into here again. When we go down here, there's this maintenance here. So you can go into maintenance. I can set reminders. The other thing that I can do, so let's say I want it, let's go into reminders, rinse filter every 30 days, clean filter every 60 days. And we go down here, change water required in 90 days. Now, on a saltwater spa, this could be a year, 360 days, could even be 2 years. But it's good to set these reminders. You can set them when you first fill the spa up. You can also, you know, it says here, spa checkup required in 750 days. So a couple years down the road, they want you to call us up and have us come out and take a look at your spa. That's what the spa checkup is. So those are those maintenance reminders that you can set. And basically, it's just like setting a thing in your calendar. You know, you're setting a calendar reminder to check your filter once a month. Not a bad thing for people to get in the habit of doing. All right, so let's go back here. I'm going to go into date and time. So a lot of times when you first fill this up, and our techs are there, we're going to set this. But sometimes your power goes out. And if your power goes out, this date and time may be wrong. So you can see here, I can set AM, PM. I can set it for a 24-hour. If I go in here, 24-hour clock, if you're on the military time, or AM, PM, right? And it'll designate that. I can change the year, I can change the date, and I can change the time, right? Any of these, just adjust your time. Now I'm not gonna do it because the time's correct. There, everything's set. And that's basically it. That's the classic Arctic Spas topside. It allows us to do lots of things in here you can program. You know, some people are way more interested in programming every little aspect of their spa. You can do that all from the keypad. Now I'm going to do another video for you on In Touch, which is an option that's available on the Classics, and basically it just adds Wi-Fi capability to this and allows you to control your spa from anywhere in the world. There is, you know, you can go in, you can do a lot of this programming and stuff you can do. The one thing you can't do through the app though is you cannot set the Onsen setting. The Onsen setting can only be done through the keypad because it's a specialty item just for Arctic Spas, and they've programmed it in here, but they haven't programmed it on the In Touch yet. So that's something that we're hoping to see in the future. And when we do, there'll be an update to this video. I'm John Keirstead for Arctic Spas Vancouver Island. See you later.